Welcome to my channel LGBT lesbian stripper.
Oh. If you like that I voiced the continuation of the series Stripper and want me to continue, please like and write a comment on the video. This will be an incentive to continue working on translation and dubbing.
Season 2 Episode 11 Part 1A.
Have you ever imagined having two lives? Being two people at the same time? I bet you have. But between thinking and living, there was a huge difference, believe me. Imagine Camila, a sweet and delicate woman. Carla, sexy and imposing. Which one would you choose? What's your type? Difficult, I know. Let's let Lauren answer that one. The two sisters were arguing in front of me until Lauren stared at me coldly. I knew that her anger wasn't towards me, but that look gave me chills. Let's go to a hotel, now. I just nodded and Lauren walked away. No, stay here, Camila. I'm sorry, Taylor, but I have to go with your sister. Relax, she'll stay too. Laura's just going through a difficult problem, you know? She doesn't accept our father's disease. Taylor spoke sadly, staring at her sister from across the room. Disease? Yes, we found out a while ago that he has Alzheimer's. And due to that, the doctor advised that he left work. It was hard for everyone, but for Lauren it was worse. She always had him as her role model. And to know that this disease is only going to get worse, leaves her like this, fragile. Now everything had been explained. Since our day at the Le Café, I noticed that Lauren spoke of her father with so much pride. She had him as the best of all, and he really seemed to be. Michael Jauregui, besides being a great businessman, he seemed to be a great father. Unlike mine, of course. But I understood the reason why she avoided being with them. Maybe it was healthier for Lauren's mind to keep the image of Michael as he was before, and not like he was now. Maybe tonight she really needed to be away from this house. That's really very hard. Yes, the first months were very complicated. Dad didn't accept in any way his disease. He said that he had a big job to fulfill with our company and its branch offices. My brother Chris never had the vocation to be a businessman, you know? It was when Lauren, after all the heartbreak, decided to be the new almighty and command everything. You are fine with it? With her commanding everything? -1 asked curiously. Yes, she's the best person for the job. Lauren is like the feminine and prettier version of my dad. Taylor laughed weakly. But she's very sad about it all, and she hasn't been able to get over it. Family reunions are always like this. Tense. I imagine. I have never seen her like this before. She's always so strong and reserved. Yes, but she let her guard down with you, right? What? I looked at her confused, making her smile shyly. She's more open with you than she has ever been with anyone else that's not family. Me? No, Taylor, Lauren is my boss. I don't meddle in her private business. I quickly spoke. Camila, Lauren never ever brought a woman here before. Not girlfriends, nor secretaries, and neither her ex-fiancé. Never? Never. Lauren learned from my dad to never mix personal life with work. I don't know what came over her to bring you here. Let's say that she doesn't let anyone from the outside enter her personal life. The girl whispered. I don't know what Lauren would think of Taylor telling me all of her weaknesses in that moment, but surely she wouldn't like. I stared at the woman who talked in a low tone with her father, who was sitting on his soft armchair and seemed to be having fun watching a game. She stared at him, analyzing every detail. It was touching the way she looked at him. I'm going now, Daddy. No, sweetie, stay here in our house. This is your house too, and I bet that Miss Cabello wants to stay, right? We already booked a hotel. Well, cancel the reservation. Pietro already put the bags in each room with my orders, and you are staying. The man spoke. Decided. Lauren didn't say anything, just smiled weakly. Right, I'll stay then, Mr. Jauregui. Great, I'm still in charge here, young lady. I know you are, Dad. Lauren got up and walked towards me, taking me to one of the house's balconies, which was facing the sea. The night was beautiful, the waves clashed violently in the middle of the darkness. We stood quiet for a few seconds, only listening to the sound of the sea, when I decided to speak. If you want, I can go to a hotel. Don't even think about it. If I'm staying, you're staying with me. I don't want to disturb. Please, Camila, stay. If you want, I won't stop you, but I'm asking you to stay with me. Lauren. I looked deep into her eyes, and they had a different bright from the normal. They weren't proud or happy, they were sad. I'll stay, okay? I'll stay here until the day you need me to. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I know that I'm being annoying, but it's just that they are wonderful, ma'am, your family is beautiful, you shouldn't stay like this. You don't understand, Cabello. Lauren spoke, turning her gaze away from mine. Maybe I don't understand, but if you need me, I'll be here. I said in the most sincere way that I could. Lauren stared at me again, staying in pure silence. Can I ask you something? That question made my heart race just by hearing it. Of course, you can. Give me a hug, Camila. I could melt with that simple request. She wanted my hug, only mine. I took a deep breath, trying to make my heart calm down inside my chest. I didn't say anything. I just approached her slowly, until I felt her arms wrap around me tightly. In that moment, a kind of comforting relief took over me. Lauren had such a good hug, it could make you completely forget the outside world. I closed my eyes, trying to prolong that moment the maximum as possible. It was a situation that I knew it wouldn't happen frequently, because in that moment Lauren was fragile and in need of a shoulder to lean on. Unlike our day-to-day, where I only saw the strong and dominant woman who attracted me so much. I felt her paced breath against me, her warm body wrapping me tenderly. Why did she have to be so marvelous? Why did she have to make me like her even more? If it wasn't exactly with me that she wanted to have something, I tried to stop thinking and just enjoy that moment, until I heard her damn phone ringing. Lauren let me go, to then take out her phone from her pocket. She stared at me with a shy smile and then answered it, putting the call on speaker mode. Where are you, bitch? I knocked on your door and you are not here. I let out an amused laugh. I told you that I was coming to my parents' house in LA, remember? That's true, I had forgotten. You could have remembered me. Vero spoke, pretending to be angry. How would I know that you have memory problems, Iglesias? I don't, okay? I have really good memories. Only if it's from your dates with all those women. Lauren spoke, laughing on the phone. I just looked at that funny situation between them, laughing every now and then. Who is laughing there? You are with someone, aren't you? You sneaky. Lauren laughed out loud to then answer. Shut up, idiot. I am a decent person. Miss Cabello is here with me. What are you doing with my woman in your parents' house? Don't covet. I blushed violently, and Lauren held in a laugh. Vero, maybe I have forgotten to tell you that the phone is on speaker mode. You are really a bitch. Hi, Camilla. Don't mind Lauren, okay? She's crazy. Don't fall for her harassment. Hello, Miss Iglesias. That was all I said. Your voice is beautiful even on the phone. Jesus, Camilla, I'm going to marry you. You are not going to marry Miss Cabello. Vero, I wouldn't let that happen. You don't have to meddle, Jauregui. And don't even fall in love with her. I saw her first. In that instant Lauren and I looked at each other, and for the first time I saw the woman blush. She cleared her throat a few times to pull herself together. Are you already sleepy or drunk? We'll talk later, okay? Bye, Iglesias. Lots of kisses, hottie. And this wasn't for you, Lauren. The call ended and Lauren put the phone back in her pocket, still embarrassed with what Veronica had spoken. Just ignore her, okay? I think you were able to realize by now that Vero is not right in the head. Relax. Everything is okay. Okay. I'm going to take you to your room then. I only nodded. Lauren led me up the stairs to the huge corridor of the Jauregui mansion until the bedroom where I would stay. We stopped in front of the door in pure silence. If you need anything, just call me, okay? Thank you again for coming with me, Camilla. I already said you don't need to thank me. I'm glad to have come. Lauren smiled. I'm glad you came with me. Great then, I promise to try to make your weekend better. I don't doubt that. Good night, Camilla. Good night, Lauren. Lauren smiled and walked away, letting me look at her until disappear in that vast corridor. Today had been totally different. There was no company, there was no Carla. There was only Lauren and Camilla, and wherever this would lead, I would go. Until the end, I would make her approach me, but the real me. Paf Camilla. You know when you are sleeping and wake up with a different energy? A good energy? That's how I woke up today, stretching in the huge bed, feeling all my muscles more relaxed than usual. I opened my eyes looking around the room where I had slept. It was big, luxurious, and at the same time comfortable. I confess that I was still very tired. I rolled over in bed several times thinking about everything about Lauren's life. Imagining how hard it was being for her to face her father's disease. From the little I knew, Alzheimer was incurable, and it only got worse with time. Michael was too young to have such evil, but unfortunately he does. The man seemed happy. So far I only saw smiles on his face. Clara and Taylor seemed to be conformed to live with the disease. Only for Lauren it was more complicated, and I could even understand. Last night had really left her too fragile. I remember exactly the sad glow of her eyes as she stared at me. It was heartbreaking to see her like that. But what really left me surprised was the request for a hug. Does Lauren consider me a friend? Or did that only happen because she was in her worst moment? No. Lauren wasn't like that. I saw her as fully determined and sincere person, and to imagine her in another way was too hard for my head. But then, what did she expect from me? Maybe nothing, only a friendship. It was clear that Lauren kneeled at Carla's feet, or better, at my feet. But it wasn't like that I wanted her. I wanted her. I wanted to feel her affection. I wanted to be cared for, loved. But at that level one hadn't gotten in. Carla conquered Lauren with the body, the desire. And I? What had I done? Nothing. What had I conquered in Lauren? I got up from bed, leaving all those ideas behind. Thinking about so many things would leave me confused. So I had made a decision. I would make this weekend something special. I wouldn't worry about Carla, or with the fact that Lauren was my boss. Like she had asked, we would only be Lauren and Camilla. Nothing more. After a hot bath, I put on a pair of jeans, ripped in the knees, and a gray blouse that left my stomach showing. My hair was loose and slightly wavy. I looked in the mirror one last time before leaving the room. By now everyone should already be at the table for breakfast. I descended the stairs without making a noise. I heard some laughter coming from outside that I guessed to be from Mike and Taylor. They weren't in the dining room. Through the huge window I saw them outside sitting at the table, eating breakfast. I approached them slowly. Let's say that I believe that she's not, but she should. She's very beautiful. Michael said to Lauren. Were they talking about me? Lauren let out a laugh at Mike, throwing a little bread at him. Wasting food is a sin. Good morning, everyone, I said as I approached the table. They all quickly looked at me, leaving me embarrassed. Lauren stared at me from head to toe as if she was analyzing every detail in me. Good morning, Camilo, Taylor said excitedly. See, Lauren, Camila is even religious. Dad. Lauren nudged him. Good morning, Cams, sit with us, Lauren said smiling. Cams? I had won a nickname from Lauren? Damn it, stop being a silly little girl, Camilla, it's just a pet name. I smiled shyly and approached her. There were 2 chairs, one beside Taylor and the other beside Lauren. I walked further away from that. Here, by my side. Her tone was calm and at the same time decided. I sat beside her, receiving a beautiful smile. Did you sleep well? She whispered while pouring me coffee. I looked at her, seeing her light green eyes. They weren't sad like last night, they were happy, maybe. Yes, I slept very well, and you? I slept very well too. Today we are going out, right? We are? I asked confused. Sure. Taylor is preparing my dad's birthday party for tomorrow and she wants us to help her pick up some things. I didn't want to go, but she doesn't take a no for an answer. I looked at Taylor, who sent me a smile. That's a family thing. Lauren smiled at me, probably causing another stupid smile on my face. It must. Belle, do you want a croissant? I didn't make them, but they are great, she said, grabbing the small basket where were the croissants that had an amazing smell. Do you want to make me fat? That's impossible. You should try, Camilla, they are really delicious. Mike spoke, taking a bite out of one. I took her to Le Café, Dad, and guess what? She loved it. Mike smiled. It wasn't for less, baby girl, that place is divine. Tomorrow when I go to work at the company I'll stop by. Dad, Lauren began. What? I can buy you one, and then we go to the company. I have a million problems to solve. Damn it, a negative point. Mike had another memory lapse. I just placed one hand over Lauren's, trying to tell her that everything was fine. She looked at me, took a deep breath, and to my surprise she just nodded. She didn't go into a bad mood nor grumbled. Good morning, family. A tall boy with dark hair and frowsy clothes spoke as he approached the table. You finally showed up, Chris. I thought that you had already moved into Alessandra's house. Taylor spoke while typing on her phone. Not yet, but maybe one day. Sis, what a miracle to have your majestic presence here. Lauren arched one brow, giving a fake smile to the boy, who bowed at her in reverence. The prodigal son returns home. Always, right? Of course. The boy grabbed a glass of juice and sat at the table to then look at me. Well, unpublished facts. Lauren brought her girlfriend to meet the family? This is Camila Cabello, Lauren's secretary at the company, my son. Clara spoke, serving the boy with small breads. You date your secretary? No, Chris, Camila and I aren't dating. This was getting annoying. Lauren's brother was the typical troublemaker. By his words and appearance, he cared little for others. Great then, the road is clear. Good morning, Miss Cabello, right? Yes, that was all I said. Lauren got up from the table, to lean down and whisper in my ear. Have you finished? Feeling her breath against my skin made my entire body shiver. I stared at her, and now she seemed rather irritated. Yes, I have. Let's go then, I don't want to stay here. I nodded and got up from the chair. But already? You didn't even let me get to know your secretary, sis. Stop being selfish. His tone was provocative and mocking. You don't have to know her, and let alone speak with her. Let's go, Camila. Excuse me. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Jauregui. Mike and Clara smiled, and I walked away. I walked behind Lauren, who left stomping into the house. Let's go. Taylor approached us. Lauren huffed, putting her hands on her waist with a mean face. Geez, what happened? Taylor asked, confused. Chris, ironical and provocative as always. Lore, you know how he is. I don't know why you still get all worked up about it. Lauren was in pure rage. Maybe she didn't like her brother so much. Are we going or not? We are going to take Camila to meet L.A. Tomorrow we'll take care of everything for Dad's birthday party. Fine by me. You are going to love L.A., Mila. Mila? Lauren asked, making me laugh. Yes, I imagine that her nickname is Mila, right? Yes, Taylor, you nailed it. See, she said smugly, I'll grab my bag and we can go. The girl walked away, leaving us alone. Please don't take into account all the intimacy, okay? Relax, it's okay. I'll take you to some really cool places today, Miss Cabello. Are you going to discount something from my salary? For the tour? Lauren let out a relaxed laugh. I'll think about it. Do you really want to go with this outfit? I looked at her confused, wondering what was wrong with my clothes. Oh. If you like that I voiced the continuation of the series Stripper and want me to continue, please like and write a comment on the video. This will be an incentive to continue working on translation and dubbing.